Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to our video. Now I can't lie. I've had to change up the quality of the videos so I can actually run it better. Sorry about that. Anyways, that's one word for it. Allow me to put a nice bow on everything for you. In summary, my client's so-called professional should note to self. The police found him in shock, railing at the death of his girlfriend, arrested him for being next to the gun he forensically couldn't have fired. After being confronted with these facts, you receive photographic evidence of the exact moment of the shooting, and instead of utilizing said photos to strike down the real killer, you tried to depict my client, a man without the requisite limb, standing in an architecturally impossible hallway. He could have had a backup arm, he could have stolen one. A little stubbornness can be charming, but this kind of illustration is ugly. It's getting late, time to bare my fangs a bit. That's the best you've got. Well, I clicked too quick. Even a bare bones prosthetic of the black market needs to be attuned to an individual's nervous system. You'd have to bring it into a clinic, which you could have left the recorder on a shoulder's OS, a record you won't find, and you'd still have somehow gotten rid of it. Somehow rid of it before the police arrived. Jesus Christ, there's no STP at the scene of violent crime, close to the spectrum, scanning of an entire building 100 meters around at minimum. So where Detective Red did he manage to hide a cybernetic arm from a drone in the time between the shooting of it and his arrest? Well, this girl's crazy, bro. Any objections? Detective. God. It's old. Show me a hand flat. You uncovering me? That's evidence, we have no reason to hold you. Now I got to go call the DA and tell her I made a mistake. Not we made a mistake, huh? Listen kid, you should know. Detective? Lost my train of thought, but hey! Your attorney's a real tiger and she fought like hell for you. Make sure you thank her properly. Public defense doesn't pay that well. Yeah. That's kind of you to say, detective, but my work is its own reward. Sure. That's exactly the same way, counselor. What's happened now? I have to speak with the DA about the dismissal, and there's still some paperwork we'll need to go through, but basically you're free to go. Congrats, you get to leave the casino with your kneecaps intact. Yay? But what am I supposed to do? Detectives will continue their investigation. The investigation in our break, huh? Yes. If the authorities are satisfied with the examination of the body, she'll be handed over to the next of kin. Then you can make funeral arrangements. No, that's not why. Yeah, being gone is bad enough, but a serial killer has actually died of the flu. It doesn't happen anymore. People die of the flu all the time, but I know what you mean. Can't make sense of it. So what am I supposed to do? Hell if I know. There are some contacts I can give you. Services, professionals, doctors. No, you've done more than enough for me. When you got here, I was too tired to even defend myself, to try and convince them that I didn't. You saved me, thank you. You're welcome, Carlos, but it's my job. No, I mean, thank you for not asking. For not asking if I killed her. Oh, Carlos, I didn't need to ask. I knew you were innocent from the start. Of course he was. After all. The blood's always different. Heart's always in the same place. It's find hard to miss. The blood's always different. A flowering stain unfurling towards an invisible sun. Perfectly unique blossom, only one for each of us. A Rorschach test with single universal meaning. Vitality at its climax, bursting forth into a red fractal consisting solely of an infinite end. Then with the comical thought of a boss hitting the floor is its own kind of lowbrow appeal. Bill number 6 of 6, gun's empty. It's useless to me now, may as well leave it. Feels like a waste, but whatever. Finding ammo is enough for us to outweigh the advantages. I could sell an untanked gun for a fair bit of cash. The cash can't buy you peace of mind. I don't look so surprised. Surprised lady, moping around in the dark in here, must have only been able to see my silhouette. Did she think I also had a boyfriend, back from an uncut or that's an fostering conversation? Can't ask her now. Yeah, did you hear that? These one pieces are so goddamn loud. And people aren't even familiar enough with the sound that they must know to run the other way. Probably rouse half the neighborhood. I didn't see anything I could use, even a partial press on the way in. Could I really not afford some throw pillows? I used 5 other bullets in outdoor spaces in small spheres of blind opportunity that the city's eyes couldn't think to pierce. Cramped places, usually full of trash, but this room is as cheap as it looks. Is at least clean organized even. So the corpse adds a certain satisfying contrast, except the shit on the floor. Well, there's a broken piece of something fragile and tacky. It's fine, it's just one thing out of place. Actually, it's not fine. Searching really irritating, I kick over the goddamn mirror. 5 perfect crimes with each of them, not a speck of evidence, nothing going on. The final one shot, some pile of shit in the corner ruining everything. I kicked the wall. No falls from it, probably more tasteless bullshit. Toss over the chair, lock the iron. Turns to the sheets from my frustration and tries to save with shredding. If it can't be clean, I shall have to lean into the messy angle. At least there will be assistant. This is all so stupid. Honestly, I'm not even an ego-driven type. In fact, I pride myself on my humility. Now, was it satisfying when the first 3 went down with single shots? Yes. But so what? I'm not made of stone. After that, I did start to actively aim for the heart, but heartbreak killer. Really? The people have anything better to do with their time. What kind of miserable, lifeless voyeurs would obsess over something that's none of their business? All with threads and breakdowns of the goddamn theory of crafting. They're all on all for the heartbreak killer. Sounds like a soap opera villain for a season where the writers were on strike for insults by the label, but no. That's someone else's name. They came up with it. They spread it. They marketed it. Heartbreak's got nothing to do with me. He's just some reckless, lonely search game person who shot 6 people because... Now I'm sure people come up with something. They got rejected one too many times or whatever. Me, I killed those people because I saw them and I wanted to. I've killed a lot more than just 6. At least the room is thoroughly trashed now. If I'd walked away after seeing that mess on the window, it would irritate me to no end. And now it doesn't match the ammo of at least 5 perfectly. I want to take the corpse to no end instead. Good riddance, heartbreak. You enjoy 15 minutes in the spotlight. Really savory. I'm going home. The air's weighty tonight, thick, energized. A heavy foreshadowed summer rain I can feel on every hair. They call this kind of humidity oppressive, but I disagree. The warm tension in your skin, like in the short moments just after the shot turns off and the steam lingers. Yes, the most comfortable right afterwards. There's this disagreement to be had. Oppressive things can be comforting too. Only the guilty ones run. I don't know about that, but I know I've never felt guilty about any of this, and I walk. Sorry, using my left is still. That's okay. You can just initial in those spots. I took the scenic road home. Quality of our fine tea sprawling public transport got in a bit after 11 PM. I had myself a thorough shower, drank a glass of milk, and did some stretching. Made sure my phone was on. Coming back evenly around 1:40, a posted for the homework came up at a decent rate. Since it was so late and so urgent, I'd waged correctly that the boyfriend would have enough sense to ask for a lawyer and enough debt that he'd need to be provided one. All I had to do was stay awake. There wasn't much competition after 1 in the morning. Okay, what else? Here and here. How would I phrase that? Criminal defense attorneys aren't exactly flush with customers. Why would I take on a job where I already know more than the cops? Bro, she's actually like smart and crazy. Why would I take on a case that I know more about than the cops? Fucking genius, but it's so messed. It would have been easy to convince Carlos to plead out. I would have gotten paid the same too, but easy is dangerous. Carlos was of course innocent, so his conviction would never be airtight. There would be doubts, questions, appeals, maybe even fans depending on his looks. More attention on HK and his crime, more headaches. Cold case rotting very far back of the public's awareness is always preferable to one open and shot in haste. Now, with no more murders matching HK's MO, there won't be any additional public pressure to find a culprit. Now Heartbreak can just starve to death out of sight and mind like any other fluke in the system. Almost done. Getting involved with the case, this intimately does have its risks. How I might have even overdone things here or there, like lighting up a smoke inside an interrogation room just to make doubly sure I didn't still smell the gunpowder myself. That London fellow seemed more fixated on it than I would have liked. But obviously everything turned out rosy. It's worth it for the finality of it all. Seeing the authorities failing from the best seat in the house, that's just a bonus. Let's get Morgan for everything. I'm sure Diane is grateful too. Funny, I didn't even know her name. Something the matter? No, sorry, it's just I was mum when I left the apartment. I knew she was too, so when she died, death was instantaneous, Carlos. I can't imagine that she was in any pain. In fact, I can guess she was dead before she hit the ground. No, I know it, but I just keep thinking that she must have died angry at me. That she must have died hating me. Tell the truth, Carlos, there's something I've been wondering about myself. What is it? Something I noticed in the arc is that I couldn't quite understand a piece of the puzzle I couldn't fit in anywhere else. But maybe you can make sense of it. Where'd you find that? That pillow when I was found the victim. She had it grasped in her home when she died. Obviously the peaks in it added it to the arcs, but it was quickly ruled irrelevant. Seemed like it contained tripexazone, prescribed to help models with phantom itches. They're small tablets, and those are tricky clasps to do for a pill organizer. Could be hard to handle with an unsteady hand. No one will ever know what she was feeling when she died, even if they did. Feelings are complicated. You feel angry, happy, and sad all at the same time, but as far as the facts are concerned, it appeared that she died what she was doing, assessing out your medications for the week. To my eyes, anyway. Wow. Oh, mate, that was too far just now. Practically rubbing it in his face. It's not like I care about his feelings. I don't want to see him again. But something like that is pure hubris, and hubris invites a downfall. So why not even bother? Here's the last piece of the puzzle, I suppose. All she needs to show more resilience next time. Then there will be a next time for Heartbreak. The gun in custody, there's no more bullets left. There will be a 7th victim. There won't be any more leads to pursue. The media will move on to the next obsession. I'll move on to my next MO. Found you. District Attorney Rockford. Sorry, can I try that again? I'm so fried. By all means. Counselor Morgan. Warning, no, you're always so put together. Thank you, I don't get it. How do you sleep at night? Pardon? You do white noise, aromatherapy, whatever you're doing, I need to steal it, God. I have muscle bags under my eyes, dark enough for dumpsters. This isn't District Attorney, I'm a Rockford. She's a prosecutor, the lawyer who argues for the state in court, trying to prove a defendant's guilt. Despite her sometimes unkept appearance, she's probably the sharpest person to fill the position in decades. I should know since I haven't beaten her once. Worse yet, she has the remarkable ability to compartmentalize all that adversarial energy and only bring it out in the courtroom. It's the part what makes her good at her job and hard for me to read. Should I buy a new mattress? Well, what have they got you doing at this ungodly hour, Emma? Oh well, actually I'm here for you. Me? The clown was a suspect in the heartbreak killings. That's my case. And then you must have been relieved finding out that you won't have to go to trial against me. No. Why would I be worried about going to trial against you? Still working with those detectives? Yeah, they're the new girl Reyes. They've been reporting to me in the preparation for trial. Preparation for trial? That seems ambitious. I guess they gave you the rundown. They've been doing everything they can, but it's hard to catch a killer who leaves behind so little. It's hard to catch a killer who leaves behind so little. So Reyes told you that they had Hargrave killer in custody and you popped out, but else let's run down here. Oh no. I've slept for 40 hours. Too much on my mind, so when I heard about the case of a single female shot to pick things up. It's about all. I mean, Carlos Flats, a serial killer. Same serial killer so smart to state for weeks. So using his middle name. He was found with a murder weapon. I can answer that in a number of ways. Maybe true, but then I glanced at the report. He glanced at it, the compiler was beyond and was curves right. Too remorseful, too apologetic in that note, whatever it was about. His dominant arm modded. With documented sensitivity issues, never could have made shots that clean, nor without getting close enough to leave scorch marks, not to mention he's too tall from the ballistics and triangles. And probably too heavy to not leave imprints. She got all that from a glance. I'm sure a competent lawyer like yourself pointed all that out the minute you walked in there. Of course. Best part is she's not even being sarcastic. Yeah, of course, it couldn't have been him. Long time relationship, physically imposing arguments, just on the tablet to bottle things up. He didn't match the profile. Profile? Yeah, right, sorry, you probably never heard of it. I know what a goddamn profile is. A profile is a reconstruction of criminal psychology based on evidence from their crimes. Kind of fallen out of fashion for the last 2 decades. Not much need to guess about the why when 99 times out of 100 the who is caught on camera. Not before they even leave the house. I've had to find some real fossils and oddballs to get advice on how to go about it. I think I'm getting the hang of it. That was a realistic yawn, by the way. I'm actually tired. I mean, at least a heartbreaks maniac will slow down that he's lost his weapon. You generally just leave it behind. That tells me he's confident they can still fine without it, and it makes him even more certain that these aren't his only kills. Were there other shootings with the same MO? No, not that I found. Any victims that fit the description? No. I'm not overly fussed with the victims' appearance anyway. I mean, all these 6 victims all look like each other. They also look like a lot of people. That's true. Now, they all look kind of like me. Do they? Sure. Well, you don't see it. I haven't thought about it. The point is, no one can kill that cleanly when it's their first time. Getting things that perfect takes practice, so I know the heart great killer's gone. I must have had more than 6 occurrences practice more good. And that's why the heart rate's a misnomer. No, I can't lie, I'm actually yawning like realistically. You got something catchy in mind? I just think that shooting them in the heart hasn't any particular significance. If anything, it's testament to their accuracy and their core value efficiency. The best possible use of 6 untagged bullets, 6 kills guaranteed, no matter what kind of life support mods they were packing. Their real signature is in the bullet of a gun. It's a perfection. That's hard to wrap your head around. I'm saying that these 6 murders were a fluke, a slip-up, a mistake? Exactly, a mistake. They got too clean, too efficient now they've got the public's attention. It's no wonder they're so pissed. I talk about the crime scene? Yeah, probably threw the Texas for a loop, right? Based on what you said, I don't blame them. The thrash the room doesn't seem like that smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary. I don't follow. This is the last bullet, their last shot, the other 5 were perfect. So if anything's out of place this time around, they must have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. Made them sound like they're childish, and cowardly, and two-faced. Someone who hates to lose as much as they love to win. Your profile tell you all that? No. That part just takes one to know on. So this profiling is some kind of investigation technique? The theory is that the crime can tell you something about the nature of the person who committed it, stabbing, overkill, points, depression, rage, loss. They probably victim. Poison guns, meanwhile, they suggest overpower their victim. They suggest they can't overpower their victims physically. And then there's things that you can assume about nearly all serial offenders: childhood trauma, prior criminal record, few or no meaningful attachments. There's a lot of recurring themes in their stories. Texas say HK doesn't leave evidence, so how much of this crime is possibly tell you? He's diligent, almost perfect, highly intelligent, painstakingly organised, and with enough criminal connections to get his hands on an untagged firearm. It's fair to see how this animated outside the courtroom. It's almost like she's enjoying herself. A shot at a house cat whose piece was sent on a mouse for the first time. A lone wolf, educated, but all her playful leaflings since coming to life. Probably overqualified or undervalued. Though I'm not thrilled by the fact that in the metaphor I would be the... No, I mean... Definitely. And considering the marksmanship, the Texas and the HKs wouldn't need to consider informational optics. So does that mean the heartbreaks in law enforcement? Never in 10 billion years. Antisocial independent spies authority. They'd be like a stallion applying for a job on a merry-go-round. They'd be kicking kids in the head after the first full rotation. Right, that's exactly how I'd put it. There must be some connection to the police. So maybe that could rotation. These types can't help but insert themselves and don't do anything resembling that. Wait, if HK is not a cop, how do they know about the blackout timing? Parametric day 6 was probably. Pardon? The emergency response time from across the city and the mountain for brief spikes and delays. Child dips in. Sorry, technical, I know. But all the prerequisite data is publicly available within that map, a spreadsheet, a calculator. That was long ass one. I can feel the bottom of my jaw. I feel like something. Feel weird. Anyone could reverse engineer the timing if they wanted to. That is such an unpleasant thought, Emma. So, to summarize, you look for a cold-blooded, faceless perfectionist killer that you think has no persistent MO or victim type. A city with an 8-digit population. Wait, let me think. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million. That's definitely gonna be hard. This is a mega city then. Well, good luck. I don't need luck. I don't need more information. Well, I'm sure the secret will be happy to provide you with more resources. No, Morgan. I need more crime scenes. So the truth is, if Heartbreak walks away today, I'd never catch them. Only way my net narrows is if they keep piling up bodies. Not a very fair trade, is it? No, it isn't. But getting screwed over is a given. It's a deal with the devil. Fair enough. Oof. Look at that rose, pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out more. I sleep more. I should sleep less, but harder. I think a higher thread count would help. Don't worry about it. I always have to listen to you ramble. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face in the courtroom. Sorry, but that's the adversity of the process. It's not hard feelings, yeah? No hard feelings. We're both just doing what we do. I can use a cup of coffee, how about you? Don't tempt me. If you fall asleep face first on the tablet, I won't even take a picture. Okay, just don't accept this to make a difference next time we're in each other's throats. Heartbreak won't claim any more victims in 2 weeks. The media will have moved on to the next serial killer. Police will have moved on to case this and chance of actually closing. It's what people do. Batman is different. She'll say her asylum worker doesn't want the case, is never bringing it up. That private corner of her frustratingly sharp mind of hers will continue to whistle away at it. Never finishing but never quitting either. So I can't forsake my eyes off her. As long as that's the case, I may as well try to enjoy the view. Actually, an amazing game. Biggest problem is the fucking running. I'm not even joking, amazing. Which means you'll be living with my friend for a while. For how long? I'm sorry, I don't know. Just on her head. There's no need to look upset over it. My face barely moved. It may as well have been a blatant pout from where I'm sitting. Yeah, like that. This friend of yours, they're trustworthy? Absolutely. In fact, I trust them more than anyone. Hey, come on, it'll be fun. Really? Really educational too. Oh my god. Wow, this is amazing. I'll go through them a bit slower because this month's personally no more when it comes to people. Personally, I think it'd be cruel to bring that flaw into the world. Yeah, come on, defense attorney, and we're at a crime scene. I think I can guess what happens next. I've never even stolen anything that wasn't already compromised. Work hard and the company will have you set for life, and after that too. Can't tell you how many musicians I've seen screwed over by a big smile, fat sign-in bonus. So that's not just a loyalty job thing, you dress like a doorman on the weekends too. Compared to demanding fault and determining cause of death is like a breath of fresh air. Company bills don't stop spinning for anything. We can't hope to keep this quiet for very long. But it's a million times more likely the infinite return to the heartbreak killer could never stop themselves from killing. Father said they still owed him. I don't do anything outside of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never fail. I don't know why I said I can't lie. I don't mind. Congratulations, you finished episode 0, 36, 20. You also unlock concept art and bonus scenarios based on your highest score for episode 0. You have 36 store credits to spend on phone, charms, and case clothes based on the highest credit you finished episode with. How does that hair work? Floor clip. I couldn't read that for a second. I think the green fill is a good idea. This guy is so unfortunate, bruh. I don't know. I don't know which one I like the most. I kinda like this one. I don't know though. I think I like this one more. Maybe this one because it's kind of messy hair, really simple clothes, while this one's like a lot more, so this kind of shows she's more clumsy and doesn't care about her looks as much. The right one kind of shows that she doesn't give a fuck about her looks. No, these are... This was fucking insane, bro. So much more. You can interview me, yeah? You say I need to keep asking better questions. But right now, see the police will be making us wait, so feel more important for the next 20 minutes. There's something more productive we can spend that time. I was planning on napping for 20 minutes. A little bit of a precinct. I can fall asleep anywhere, it's one of my many hidden talents. You're gonna write all this down. So the full name for the record, Morgan. Your first name? You should know me when no one calls me by first name. That's something you have control over. I wouldn't want to force the issue. How long have you been on the case? As long as I can remember. What did your parents call you? Tumor. And that was a joke. Maybe we should have started off with something a little more your speed. We better start with you. So let's talk about themselves. You seem to talk much as anyone else does, or more. That's how people think about myself is different. Because you're lying? No, I get it. It's not very polite to lie. On the contrary, I just think the idea that she's a killer, she kills people, so she can get cash or commits crimes, so she can get jobs as a lawyer is fucking genius. The truth's usually rude. I'm not sure that your clients appreciate that sentiment. We're not talking about my clients, we're talking about manners. You're supposed to be talking about you. No, the sooner you learn, the better. The people ask how you are or what you've been up to, they're not looking for anything nearly as heavy as the truth. They're just following the template and the polite thing to do. It's for you to follow the template as well. Yeah, let's practice. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Way too late. The whole point is to be on autopilot. They force them to go to the road, check their mirrors, and no one's ever great for the extra workload. You can be very cynical about these kind of things at times. I'm trying to teach. I should say that you are fundamentally lazy, so if you want to be a social butterfly like me, try not to make them work too hard. Fundamentally lazy? You think people are fundamentally good too? Obviously. If they weren't, it would be so easy to trick. So you plan on answering any of my questions about yourself? I've still got time to kill. Fire away. Will you be honest? I wouldn't be that rude. When is your birthday? You're not trying to guess my passwords, are you? I would never commit identity fraud. Not the worst way of going about it. Oh, actually, December 26th. The 26th, that's almost Christmas. But almost Christmas means not Christmas. Your inside's always so original. Did you receive your presents on your birthday or on Christmas? What do you mean? Just celebrate Christmas in your family? We did. Did your parents give... I got Christmas presents on Christmas and I got birthday presents on my birthday. Obviously. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be this strange. What is your favourite colour? Oh my gosh, it's going to be this juvenile. If press something weightier. Do you volunteer? No. Do you donate? Yes. What cause do you donate towards? Endangered wildlife. What's with the face? It's not what we know. I haven't cancelled it yet. You mentioned a mentor figure before. No, I haven't called her a mentor. A busybody, maybe. Why have I called her for a billable hours spent on the influence, perhaps? Or just, the cougar from hell. She rubbed off on me in the wrong way. If she had rubbed off on me in any way, I'd have hives. I see. She a smoker. Last one. Do you know your 3 sizes? I do. Can you just tell me? That's private. You value your privacy very high, don't you? Well, like everyone else, I don't value it enough. Forces rising, the world's getting smaller, literally less real estate to go around. Everything's connected to everything else. These days, wow, so in this world, water does keep rising. Global warming's a real thing, gang. These days, just wanting some time or space to yourself is selfish or worse. When you're guilty of something to hide, I don't like that phrase. Laws like the MOB Act administer anonymity and privacy are luxuries. Privileges reserved for the privileged. And if anybody below that tax bracket tries to claw away or a little bit of it for themselves, working only because they're guilty, right? Is that why people call defense attorney to defend people's innocence? That's private. Well, I think I'll just end the video there. It kind of goes to show how different scale is, really. Video Tommy. Morgan time! Wait, it actually seems so sick. It's Morgan time. Give that to you. Oh, my rich lad. Let's see. Previous menu. I'm not gonna purchase that one unless this video gets a comment from someone saying please purchase that one. I will not purchase it. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.